Morning. Oh, we've had a very bright start to the morning. It's about 12 o'clock. It's starting to pour with rain again over a bit of London, and we're getting nearer the floods too. South Croydon, Purley. So we're not all escaping. Right now, so what I'm going to try and do is a wet in wet mountain scene. I've just made it up. It's just a little bit of a path going through here. Some grassy, bracken covered slopes in the foreground. But what I've done, I've used a bit of masking fluid to just go over the tops of these mountain tops here, so that I can put those back, paint them back in later. I don't want the wet in wet to obliterate the tops. I want that nice and white. I'm only going to show the tips. Oh, it's slashing down there, you can hear it on my windows. Excuse me while I have a throat lubricating cup of tea. I've got a horrible cough and cold. Right, brush, Ron Ranson Hake. It's about 1 3/4 inches wide. Lovely, lovely brushes. If you take Bill's advice about putting some super glue into the ferrule, because there's a gap here, be careful, because I did it on one of my old hakes, which was losing its hairs, and the glue being very, very liquid, it ran down the side and seized up all the brushes, all the bristles. So I didn't use the brush. I wouldn't have tried it on the one I was actually using, but if I could have preserved it a bit, I would have done. But anyway, that's a lesson learned. So there, nice and wet. And colours, lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. I'll just clean my palette. I use this plastic tray, which is very, very good. I got that from the Emporium, and you have to buy a pack of 2, but better than buying a pack of 20, because they'll last you a lifetime, one, if you don't drop it too many times. Right, okay, so we'll put in a bit of warm colour, so bit of raw sienna. Got all over the painting here. And I'll use a bit of blue. I'll clean it up a bit from yesterday. Okay, just a bit of blue in here. And some dark cloud, Payne's grey, a bit of red, a bit of ultramarine. Right, that'll do. Okay, so we've got our basic wash on the sky. I've got the board about 45 degrees, probably slightly less, between 40 and 45. Let's just get that's a bit dry there. Right, let's put in some nice green, warmy, cool green. Right, getting some warm greens. So mixing some burnt sienna with the yellow. Vary everything in this. We could put some harder painting in a minute, but let's just get the basic washes on. I can wipe out the path. Let's get some darker. There's a bit of blue on that mountain in the back, I think. Just a little bit of sky colour, really. Okay. Right, and that'll be a bit blue up here as well. Right, let's get in some darker greens now, some Payne's grey, burnt umber, lemon yellow, I'll put some trees and some rocks in this. And while that is soaking in, I'll just re-stretch the paper, keep it nice and flat. This is the beauty of wet in wet. And using this Fabriano, it's a lightweight, but it's excellent for this sort of painting. Let's take off some of that. When that's dry, I can rub the masking fluid off and I can paint back into the mountains there. Right, let's put in some burnt umber and some ultramarine, a bit of red, and now I'm putting this dark colour in here so that in a mo I can use a plastic card and let's put some in the bottom there, because and we can put in some rocks. Now the danger is of course with this sort of technique you can overdo it, but it's a marvellous dodge. Your danger will be doing too much, as I have suffered from the same. But it's a great way of getting back your lights rather than painting every individual. Now, they want to be smaller than these ones, of course. Right, that'll do, and then we'll do some over here. But these are subordinate, I don't want them equal weighted. But these are sort of boulders that are strewn around this Welsh landscape. Okay, that'll do. Let's leave it there. And that is nice and almost nice and dry. Well, I'll dry it off. Right, okay, let's just, I don't want that to, that's a bit wet there, like bits of paint, watery paint on the masking fluid. Right, just rub that off. Then I can go over that with more paint. Right, let's just wipe that off. So there's our, now we can put in our colours back on there now. So we're some blues in the background. Oops. danger is, of course, we're bit of yellow in there. Right, okay, I'll go in with some darker bits of rock showing through there, and we'll do the same. Now, bit of the colours are becoming warmer now. Okay, so we'll have a bit of alizarin crimson, bit of sienna, okay, so I'm looking warmer still. A bit more detail in these. So varying the colours, I'm going to go into where my path is, because I want to etch back in that. I can reduce, I can take out the paint by some wetting and lifting out. Right, that's looking all right. We'll do the same over here now, or similar. Up there. And we can have some darker shadowy colours in here. That in there like that. Now some nice lemon yellow in there, and more sienna. Right, let's put in some trees. Okay. My dark I'm using here is burnt sienna and yellow and Payne's grey, but I want it to register. Against the wet paint you need to put it in a bit thicker and it will stay where it's put. Okay, we'll go in with a bit of lighter bluey, bit blue and just blue, these, well, blue slightly yellow I've mixed up. Don't have them, well, I've made them a bit too even, that you need to space them out a bit. But there's always a danger of overdoing this, so let's just put that in there. Get that a bit darker. It's a lot of fun doing this. Does it show? Right, let's just put in some bushy stuff here. Right, I'll just put in some nice green in here. I'm going to cover up those light areas now in the valley here. And when that's nice and dry, I'll right, I'm just trying to create an atmosphere in this, pretending that there's lots going on. And I'll with my flats brush, I'll put in a bit of warmish shadow in some of these. Otherwise, we've only got 2 dimensions in these rocks here, so we'll call this Welsh mountains, I think. Okay, I'll dry that off now. So with the damp brush, we'll just get this a little too naff. Right, now, now we'll choose a dark area, dark bit. We'll put it here. We'll Right, now I'll put that little cottage on there, little crofter's cottage. So that gives it scale. You can judge how big the mountains are by the size of that little cottage that hut is. Right, let's just put this into a bit of shadow here. Just take a little bit more of this out here. Right. I'll put in a little bit of rigger works now, just to show some bits of just make these this pass just a little bit lighter by putting some dark around it. Just putting a little bit of detail in, some bits of shrubbery, trees or stunted trees. Probably overdoing it, but I keep saying this, but you do need a lot of water when you use a rigger. It soon runs out of juice. I'm not going to put a figure in this, we've got enough going on here. Just a bit of detail. Right, I'll sign that. Now we could always put a, it would be really naff, we can put birds in, coming in. Well, I think that's alright. Not great, but take that down to there. Put a little bit of masking tape on it, just to hold it, and put this on. Then we'll see what we've done. Mountain pass, I think I probably could have, I've gone a bit strong around that, and I've just ruined the brush with masking fluid. If you're using masking fluid, a good tip, can't remember who told me, wet the brush and dip it on a bit of soap. I thought, okay, keep a bit of old Knights Castile or something here, and I just wet the brush and then into the soap, and then it stops the fluid sticking to the bristles and ruining yet another brush. So just put some of that back there. I've overdone that a bit, I think. Right, that's it. I'm not going anymore. Right, okay. Let's zoom in. I'm sure there's a part of Wales, North Wales, Snowdonia, that is very similar to this. I didn't copy it. I made it up. It's just purely imaginary, and you can doodle this. Glencoe, could be Scotland, could be anywhere where you've got mountains. Now there's my little hut. I think I could probably take out just a little bit more colour, so that it's just a bit green. So let's just loosen enough and then just dab it. No, that's probably all that's going to do. Okay, that'll do. Just a bit of a so there we are, bit muddy, but I quite like it. I hope you do too. It's just an exercise in painting snow-covered peaks. So thanks for watching. Zoom out, get the full view, the full picture. There you go. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.